Well, good morning. I have some video stuff to do before we head out for today, which means there's going to be some video goodness from Vegas later today. But for now, let's go ahead and do the last Jersey Countdown. I'm going to be able to get done until Wednesday. And we'll start off with 120. 120 on the countdown is this. The Edmonton Oilers with the copper and the red, and I'm telling you, it's a sharp jersey. Always liked that one a lot. It's always been one of my favorites. And I got that from an eBay seller who just had that. 119. I got this last month. And I got this from an eBay seller that currently has 0 items up for sale. And I know it was his private jersey collection that he had up there. I think this sale might have upset him because this Minnesota Wild isn't the one he meant to sell me. He ended up selling me his brand new one with tags, and the one he was trying to sell me was from his collection that he didn't realize his friend had already taken. So he messaged me and said, well, I'll sub it with the one that I have that's brand new with tags, if that's okay with you. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I thanked him for his honesty, too. He could have said, I just don't have it. Number 118. Blue. Winnipeg Jets. Yes, this one's up first before the white one. The blue one's a little more, I don't know, it's kind of more plain than the white one, and yet it's still a very nice jersey. And I got this one from, I want to say Lids. Because again, Reebok, big sales when Reebok was going out and Adidas was coming in. They got to get rid of Reebok. And I grabbed as many jerseys as I could. And I'm aware that the sales got better and better and better, but some teams like the Jets weren't in those better and better and better sales. 117. Ottawa Senators. This is an Adidas. I like the gold on the current Senators jerseys. The nice sparkle to them. I got this one from Ben H Sports. This was one I was able to get from him. That was when I found out that Ottawa Senators jerseys don't really sell very well. So I messaged him. He said, yeah, those really don't sell. And I don't know that their current state is going to necessarily help with jersey sales for the Senators. I think part of it is, team identity, direction. I think that makes a difference. I know teams' jersey sales seem to get better when they're a good team. And when the team's not very good, people don't want the jersey as much. I mean, it's really simple, and it's something that, if you think about it for 2 seconds, you're like, well, of course. But for the hardcore fans, it can be harder to see it that way. We're like, well, I'm still buying the jerseys. But it's the casual fan that won't be. 116. Flyers, orange, Reebok. Now, people will remember, of course, that I just got a orange Adidas Flyers, which changes the neckline. And just in general is a nicer looking jersey. But that was acquired after I'd already decided on the countdown. So I could not, in good conscience, make a change like that. I got this one from Lids, again, during the Reebok blowout. I was like, all right, I'll pick that up. It's a blank on the back. It is a very nice jersey. I'm a big fan. Flyers ones are the ones that surprised me that when I started getting Flyers jerseys, I wore them a lot. 115. Vancouver's Reebok, Ryan Miller. So this is the most recent that's in the collection. And I included this, and the Adidas Vancouver is in this as well, because to me anyways, there is a large difference between the look of the Reebok and the Adidas with the Canucks. And with a name and number on the back. This makes a Canucks jersey look better. I don't know. Some jerseys look fine blank. For some reason, Canucks jerseys with the name and number on them, they look better. And of course, that's yet another Ryan Miller. There's a lot of Ryan Miller jerseys I have. Well, 3. I can't start saying a lot because that makes it sound like there's more than there is. 114. Dallas White Star. I got this one, of course, through a subscriber who was kind enough to give this to me out of his own collection. And it's good because this is a very hard one to find. Dallas, of course, is one of those teams that locally is difficult to find because people don't really collect Dallas. I'm one of the very few. It's funny because I can locally always find Boston fans. I always find people like, oh yeah, I cheer for Boston too, but Dallas? I usually get that reaction of, Dallas? What? Dallas? Did you stare at the sun too long as a kid? Dallas? Yes, I did stare too long at the sun. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, 113. Blues. I love this jersey. I love the two-tone blue on it. I love the striping. I love all of it. It's a TJ Oshie jersey, which became kind of nice when he wins the Stanley Cup last month. And it's a really, really sharp one. I got this one through, this was Full Moon Jerseys on eBay. And again, it was because Oshie went to Washington, so St. Louis fans wouldn't be buying an Oshie Blues jersey, so it ends up at Full Moon, and I get the benefit of it. One twelve. I can't lose count. I can't. I did that in the other countdown videos I was doing last year and the year before. I can't. So I'm so paranoid about losing count. I continually count. 112 is this beauty. This, of course, Carolina Hurricanes. And on the back, Jordan Staal, 11. It's really sharp. Carolina's one of those ones, too, that I had no Carolina jerseys. I had just a youth-sized red from their first year in Carolina. I was like, all right, well, technically I have Carolina. There I go. That's it. I'm still not completely sold on the main logo, to be honest. But I do like the flags in the neck. And I do like the secondary that they had at this stage. I've been asked, and I still get asked about their new alternate jersey. I'm just not, I don't really like it. I know there's a lot of people who like it a lot, and they're all anxious to get it, but I don't think it's all that nice. I think the double flag, it just makes it look so long. The logo's too big now. I know, it has to be a double flag to be a hurricane, because they've been basically the Carolina tropical storms for the last 20 plus years. Maybe that gets them to the playoffs being a more dangerous storm, but I'm not a fan of the new alternates. At 111 is this beauty, Chicago Blackhawks stadium jersey from a few years ago. Very nice, very sharp. Of course, the C's down on the sleeves here. I got this one through. Yeah, I got this one through. Yeah, I'll say Full Moon on that one too. Yeah, I'm trying to remember Retro to Heritage. I don't think it was Retro to Heritage I got this one through. I think it was through Full Moon as well. This one's fantastic. And again, we're getting into jerseys that I really, really, really like. We're not even into the top 100 yet. And we're getting into jerseys that I think are really sharp. Because that is fantastic. Now, why would it drop to 111? Well, see, it's not hand-stitched. It's not the chain stitch. So that makes a big difference. When you've been around the ultimate jersey. This is 110. And this is the one I got last month. This one's pretty new as well. I got this one through Ice Jerseys. And here's the key with this one. So I always like the striping better with this. The original logos on the sleeves. But the eyes. The eyes are weird, aren't they? You compare it with their current jersey, and the eyes look very similar to the current jersey, except somebody's kind of put in eyeballs, and they follow you. No matter what angle you're looking at it, it's still giving you that look like, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing over there? I can see you. So yeah, it's a jersey I really am so glad that I got, but at the same time, it's kind of creepy. It is. 109. Going back to St. Louis on this one. The white version of what I showed you guys earlier. I will always go for the high contrast. The high contrast is usually the white version of a jersey. And it's a Ryan Miller. Look at that. Third Ryan Miller you guys have seen already in this countdown. Not this video, but the overall countdown. So this is the end of my Ryan Miller journey. And again, I got this through Full Moon Jerseys because Miller didn't last very long in St. Louis and didn't have an illustrious career there. But when I saw that one there and I'd already got the Buffalo one, I'm like, well, I might as well do it. And then when Miller's done in Vancouver, I can get a Miller in Vancouver jersey. And that's exactly how it's worked out. So, kind of happy about that. Get in there. Get in there. 108. Again, this is where it gets tough. This is where it gets really tough. This is a Brian Gionta Montreal Canadiens jersey that I got through Lids in Canada. So if you hear Lids, they're all in Canada unless I say otherwise. And again, this was he got traded, so it was up for sale. And it's Montreal, and it's a nice looking jersey. And it is really hard to see it this low. But the funny thing is, Montreal jerseys have kind of changed in the opinions of some, and yet the jerseys have never changed. When I was growing up, it was usually them and Chicago that were seen as the sharpest in the entire league. And now I very rarely hear that about Montreal. Chicago, absolutely. Montreal, very, very rarely. But it's a nice one, and that's why it's where it's at. Number 107. Yeah, 107. This is hard too. A subscriber sent me this one a couple months ago, and it is gorgeous. This is one of those ones I'm thinking about taking with me today to Vegas. I have to be picky with which ones I take with me to Vegas, because of course, you know, it's a bag I have to drag around with me for 5 days. And, yeah, it's going to be hot. Detroit, though, I like this Winter Classic. The funny thing is, at the time that this came out, I wasn't a huge fan. I really wasn't. But it's grown on me over the last few years. And I do like the striping on it. I think it's something different, and I think it shows that if they were willing to do something a little bit different with their regular jersey, the one they wear every night, I think they could come up with something really, really sharp. 106. Well, it's an original 6 kind of day, isn't it? This, of course, is the Reebok version, and in white. And it is one of my favorite jerseys. And it's not even in the top 100, which is crazy. And I remember when they changed over to this style. The current design of the Boston Bruins harkens more back to the early 70s, late 60s style Bruins jerseys. And I hope they never go back to the 80s style. Even though that's where I came in, and you will see an 80s style jersey on this countdown in the top 100. I've got my Brad Park Classic. I love my Brad Park Classic jersey. It's fantastic. But, you know, it's the design isn't great, and I much prefer the logo on this one. There's a lot of sentiment that goes into this, too. 105. Yeah, Florida. When they originally went to this style, and the stripe stops halfway around, when they originally went to this style, I was like, well, I don't know. It's okay, but the shoulder patches kind of make it really smart. And the way that they display captaincy on these things. Not that I have a captain jersey; it's just a blank. But I will admit, and people said it at the time, that with this striping in the middle, it kind of makes it look like Montreal's. Absolutely, that's fine. Guilty as charged. But it is a sharp, clean jersey. And while I wasn't a huge fan of the logo at the beginning, and I still believe I like the original logo better, it is a very nice jersey, and I'm very glad I got it. Um, I want to say I got this through Lids, because I don't believe it was through a reseller. I'm pretty sure it was through Lids. When I decided, yeah, I should have that Florida jersey. 104. We're going back to Chicago in this one. This is not to be confused with the one that was sent to me by Nick last week. This one's got the C's on the sleeves. This is a classic design of a different nature. So there's the red C's on the sleeve, of course, the old logo, and just the single cream colored stripe in the middle, and the two red stripes on each side. Chicago really knows how to punch up a jersey, and they know how to make them look really nice. And I think if I had grown up in the 30s or the 40s, I think I would have been wearing Blackhawks jerseys quite a bit. At the time, though, they were sweaters. They were made out of wool, and I would have probably, without the air conditioning and without the access to some of our amenities now, I probably would have overheated and died. And then I would have been yelling about webcams and stuff, and nobody would have had any idea what I was talking about. At 103, this one's hard too. This one was really, really high up the first time I did a countdown. This is the Dallas. This is the Detroit Red Wings Centennial jersey from a couple years ago, and it is fantastic. This design was so popular that, of course, it was then imitated by Montreal and Ottawa when they had their Centennial jersey, and it has all the Stanley Cup victories by the Dallas Stars on the sleeve. The Dallas Stars. Why am I saying Dallas? Detroit Red Wings. The Detroit Red Wings logo, of course, in silver. I really, really think that if they did their logo in silver, I think it would be pretty sharp. And I think you could argue that, if Red Wings is about the auto industry, you can do that. You can do that easily. You got that wheel. You could have this silver all the time. It'd be fantastic. But that's me. And maybe there's somebody somewhere who says, nah, we can do it on a commemorative jersey once in a while. You can't have silver on a Red Wings jersey. That color's too much fun. We decided against it. We had a vote. At number 102, bam. The Winter Classic after the Big Winter Classic. The Big Winter Classic, of course, is the one where their jersey is this color, and the Pittsburgh Penguins logo is a little different. I don't have that one. That's on my I wish I had it list. That's on my if it was in this collection, every jersey would take a drop by one spot, minus probably the top 5. I don't think that one would crack the top 5, but this is a fantastic shirt. I got this one through, this one I got through Full Moon Jerseys, because I had ordered one online and it was counterfeit. As soon as I got it and saw it, I was like, okay, well now I got to get the real thing. So I spent a little bit more to get this through Full Moon Jerseys. They actually have an authentic in my size now on this, and Full Moon Jerseys kind of as a tease. I'm not going to order an authentic on this because this is a nice enough jersey as it is, and I know my collecting might be crazy, but it has its limits. It does. This is though a really, really sharp jersey, and I'm really glad that I have it in my collection. But it is the second best Winter Classic jersey that Pittsburgh's put out. At number 101, marking the halfway point of this countdown. So get out of the car, stretch your legs, stop at a rest stop, go to the washroom, have a snack, whatever you got to do. Because we're at 101. And it's a giant warning flag. At least it's the color of one. The Vancouver Canucks, and this is the yellow with orange. the Canucks, it wasn't red and yellow. This is what always drove me nuts, was when they went to red and yellow, and then it was almost as if the Canucks acted like they never had orange and gold. It's like they went, no, red and yellow. And, I mean, I was glad when they went to a regular white home jersey from this, and yet I don't have their white jersey in this, do I? No, I don't. I have, the first jersey I ever bought was white in this, but it's not in any kind of state that I'm going to put it on this countdown. If I had one brand new, which is in white, and of course it wouldn't have the V's on the sleeves, because it was like, when the Canucks did this, it was, okay, the Flying V jerseys are really ugly. We can't wear those. Okay, well, we'll just put the skate logo on the front. Gotcha. But we have to keep the jersey yellow. Wait, why? Because we have to do it yellow. Okay, well, we're getting rid of the V's. Well, yeah, but we're going to put them on the sleeves. Why? Because it's going to look really nice. Probably not. But honestly, as a Canuck fan, I needed this one to complete my collection as a Canucks fan. And I got this one through Jersey Baron. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one was through Jersey Baron because I got it for a dirt cheap price. Then I did a video where I said, hey guys, this jersey was dirt cheap on Jersey Baron, and they jacked up the price. Where I was like, oh, alright, I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry for saying anything, that the price went up by $20 as soon as I had bought it and received it. I know that that's not why the price went up, though, because at the time I didn't have any reach. I think the video where I unboxed that, I think, has 400 or 500 views. I don't think it's got very many. But there you go. We are now halfway through the countdown. As I said, you can go ahead and pull over to rest stop and stretch your legs. And this countdown will be resumed because I'm not taking 100 jerseys with me to Vegas. I love you guys tons, but I'm not taking 100 jerseys to Vegas. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through you just happened upon this video. I'll talk to you again soon.